The streets of Calcutta are never quiet. Even before sunrise, the air trembles with cries, laughter, coughing, and the hum of rickshaws rattling over broken stones. Amid the chaos, a woman walks slowly, her white sari trimmed with blue, catching the first light of dawn. Her face is calm, her hands weathered but tender. She stops beside a man dying on the sidewalk, his eyes clouded with fever and flies. Without a word, she kneels, wipes his face, and whispers, "You are loved." That moment, so simple, would become a revolution of compassion. Her name was Teresa, once a teacher in a quiet convent, now the voice of God's mercy in the noisiest corner of the world. She was born in Skopje, far from India, in a small Albanian family that taught her to love deeply and give completely. When she was 12, she felt the first stirrings of a call, not a sound, but a certainty. I must belong entirely to Him. She joined the Sisters of Loreto and dreamed of teaching children in distant lands. Calcutta was never part of the plan, but destiny rarely announces itself with clarity. She arrived at 18, full of hope, teaching geography and catechism in a school for girls. Her life was structured, peaceful, and predictable, until the day she heard what she would later call the call within the call. Riding a train to Darjeeling, she felt Jesus speak in her heart. "Come, be my light. Bring me to the poorest of the poor." The words ignited her soul like lightning. She knew she could not stay behind convent walls while people died unloved outside. After months of prayer and doubt, she asked for permission to leave her order and live among the poor. It was granted. She stepped out of the convent, wearing only a simple white sari with blue borders, the clothing of the poor, and walked into the streets alone. She had no money, no home, no certainty, only love. "If I ever become a saint," she would later say, "I will surely be one of darkness." The beginning was almost unbearable. She taught poor children under trees using sticks and dust. She begged for rice, soap, and bandages. At night, she prayed, "Lord, give me strength to love even when I feel nothing." Gradually, others came, women who wanted to live as she did, seeing Christ in the dying, the lepers, the forgotten. They became the missionaries of charity, dedicated to serving the poorest of the poor for love of Jesus. She taught them to smile even when their hearts broke. "The fruit of love," she said, "is service, and the fruit of service is peace." They opened homes for the dying, orphanages for the abandoned, and shelters for those cast out by the world. Wherever she went, people saw a paradox. A woman so small that she barely reached their shoulders, yet her presence filled the room. Reporters who followed her expected pity. What they found was power. "We are not social workers," she said. "We are contemplatives in the heart of the world. We touch the body of Christ 24 hours a day." And when asked if she felt God close to her, she smiled faintly. "Sometimes He hides, so that we may seek Him with greater love." The years that followed would test her more deeply than she ever imagined. Behind her tireless smile and steady gaze, there was an ache few could see. She called it the darkness. In her private letters, written only for her confessors, she revealed a silence that haunted her prayers. "For 50 years," she wrote, "I have felt no presence of God. Not in my heart, not in the Eucharist. Heaven seems empty." And yet, every morning, she rose before dawn, knelt in the chapel, and whispered, "Jesus, I love you." For her, faith was not feeling, it was fidelity. She learned to love God without reward, to serve without consolation. "If I cannot feel His love," she once said, "then I will love for both of us." In that hidden suffering, she became the purest vessel of mercy. the missionaries of charity multiplied, from a handful of women in Calcutta to thousands across the globe, serving in slums, hospitals, prisons, and refugee camps. Her hands carried children, washed wounds, buried the dead. Her feet walked through war zones and famine fields. Presidents and popes sought her counsel, but she never changed her message. The greatest poverty is not hunger, but being unloved. In 1979, she received the Nobel Peace Prize. Standing before the world, she wore the same sari she had always worn, its edges worn thin from years of labor. Her acceptance speech was not political, but prayerful. "If you want to change the world," she said, "go home and love your family." When asked how she could continue to serve amid exhaustion, she smiled. "I am just a pencil in the hand of God." Even her detractors could not deny the light that followed her. In her later years, her body weakened, but her spirit did not. She continued to travel, to hold the dying in her arms, to bless those who sought hope. In 1997, her strength faded. Surrounded by her sisters, she whispered, "Jesus, I love you. Jesus, I love you." Her eyes closed, her breath softened, and peace settled over the room like dawn. Outside, the bells of Calcutta rang, and thousands lined the streets with candles. Hindus, Muslims, Christians, all came to honor the woman who had seen God in everyone. Her funeral was not a mourning, but a procession of light. A journalist wrote, "She taught us that holiness is not perfection, but love in action." Years later, when Pope Francis canonized her as Saint Teresa of Calcutta, he called her a tireless worker of mercy, a mother to the poor. Yet her true legacy was never her awards or miracles. It was the quiet conviction that God still walks the earth, disguised in the hungry, the sick, the abandoned. The film would close in silence, just the image of her walking through a narrow alley, sunlight reflecting off the dust, her sari fluttering like wings. Around her, faces of the forgotten glow in the same white-blue light, as if the divine has taken flesh in every wound she touched. The camera would rise slowly above the crowded city, showing the endless rooftops of Calcutta shimmering beneath a veil of gold. Her voice would echo softly. "If you cannot feed 100 people, feed one. And if you cannot love perfectly, love anyway." The screen fades to white, and her final whisper lingers like prayer. Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love.